just got my box of bits. So, hello, back in the garden. Okay, so I've got a few different bits of fire lighting stuff before we do the campfire, because the campfire is going to be in here. And I've just done my 1/6 challenge. I've just popped out what's there. I'm a bit behind schedule today, so I'm sorry that's not gone live this morning. But you know, toddlers, live, it all gets in the way. So I've got a few bits. So I've got some wax in the bottom of an old can, and I've got some pine cones, and I've got some jute string, garden string. I've got the kitchen bowl. I've got some anti-bac. I've got some matches, and I've got all sorts of a host of cotton wool and all different sorts of things. So I thought I'd show you a couple of different fire lighting methods that you can use at home. Okay, so anti-bac's a bit scarce, but it is also very flammable because it has a lot of alcohol in it, and you have to be very careful using this on your hands if you're going to be around fire or cooking in your kitchen, or candles or anything like that, because it does have such a high alcohol content. So if you are going to go near a fire today or light a tea light, please wash your hands with soap and water and don't use this. Okay, because it is very flammable, because this one has 73% alcohol in, which is quite strong. And it smells lovely because it smells of aloe vera, but it's very, very strong. So I'm going to show you how strong by popping this on here. So it works quite well if you want to stop it, even if you want to light a fire, if you're camping or something like that, and you haven't really got anything like a fire lighter. I'm just going to nudge you forward. Oh, lost it. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, so that was a no flame from the alcohol, from the anti-bac gel, and it was very quick at lighting that on fire. So I'll see if I can show you again. Okay, so where are you, Facebook? There we are. Okay, so you can almost see no flames. Look how quickly that goes on fire. So anti-bac gel is quite a good way of setting a campfire on fire without having fire lighters. And that little tiny bit there that I put on is all that you need. So I'm going to pop that into here. Let it burn out, because that is very, very hot. Okay, so let's see if I can get Facebook somewhere that everyone can see. There we go. So there's our first campfire method. Okay, so that's one if you're at home. Okay, the next one is this stuff, garden twine. It's worthwhile having a little bit of this in, because it's very, very useful. So you can keep it wrapped up and just keep it with you while you're camping, and it's very useful for setting fire. So anti-bac is still going, and then it's just a small little feel the heat coming off of there, and you just want to pull it apart, and you just keep pulling it apart until it's really fluffy. Okay, and you can find something rough like a stone. You can rough it up quite quickly with a little stone. I don't think I've got anything like a stone I could use. I wonder if the end of this would work. So this is quite rough. Give it a mash. Da-da-da-da. Give it a mash, and you can see that's made it. So if you've got a flint and steel with you, you can use a flint and steel to make that light. And if you have got a match, again, but nothing else to keep the fire going until you get your coals or your tinder going. You can use this. So I'll show you. That's just one little bit, and you can see it's lit, and you can see it's setting fire quite well. And as it's going down and down and down, it'll keep burning for quite a while. Okay, so that's another method. But the wax here, if you put this and melt it, get a little piece of this, like that, and dip it into the wax. And then you've got to come and then light it with a match or whatever. It'll light for a long time. So if you are struggling to get your barbecue going or your campfire going on camping, this is a great way of having a fire lighter without having to buy those horrible kind of blocks of chemical. So just old candle wax. So this is just this orange spice from Christmas. All the dregs of the candles, just melt them down and pop them in a can. You can put them in a can of a pan of water, or just directly on the fire, dip it in, and then you've got a little firelight. That's quite cool. The other way of doing it is getting a stick, just any old stick, and making a lollipop. So this is a new one to me. So it's like a match made out of jute. So you make a little matchstick like that. See? Little matchstick like that. Get something going. So make something really thick. Just scrap about. There we go. So make that nice and fluffy. Set it on fire, and then make a little matchstick. And make sure you tie it on, which I didn't do. It's nice to get in. Okay. And just hold it above the flame. Set that on fire, and then this will burn for quite a long time. So you'll be able to put your tinder on top of that to make your fire. Okay. And it just gives you a little bit more time to get it going. Pine cones are the same. So pine cones that will fire really nicely, and they're really good if you've got a log burner at home to get it started. Just pick some, dry them out, and this one's so dry it's been stood on quite a few times, I think. And it's got loads of little tiny bits in there, and I'll show you quite how quickly it can go. So I'm just gonna get a match again. I'm just gonna hold it above like this. I know it's a bit difficult in the wind. That nice breeze. It is smoking inside there. Just need to do one more, I think. Need to try and keep the breeze up of it, which is much more difficult. I wouldn't actually be doing it up in the air like this, but I'm trying to show you what's going on. Keep blowing on that. It'll start. And getting soft in the sunshine. It's quite hot. It acts like a candle and makes it burn those. Oh, stuck it straight in the wax. Well done. I love when demonstrations go. Yeah. this in the fire. And then, so that's a bit of matches in there. It might not have to like a fire for a campfire in at 11 o'clock. Keep doing these bits. I'll keep going. Right, so, and the last way I'm going to show you is one that I've never tried before, so it's completely experimental. Hello! So the last way is completely experimental, and it's a way that I've seen and I really want to have a go. So I've got a piece of wood, and I've got another piece of wood to rub down the top. And for this one, you need a bit of cotton wool. Okay. So I've got a pleat here. The method I've seen is using a ball. And what you do is you just pull it out a bit to make a little straight line. And you don't need a huge amount of it there. And you pop it down on the board like so. And then you get some ash from your fire. Now this is difficult because my lovely little boy threw it all over the decking this morning. So I have no idea whether this is going to work or not. I have some ash from the fire that we've just had. And you sprinkle a bit in there. Okay, and then you want to try and fold it in a bit like wrapping a burrito. So you want to roll in the sides and make it as tubey as possible so the ash can't escape. Like that. Little tube. And then this is where the effort comes in. So you want to roll it underneath there until it won't want to go back and forth like this. And we'll know what this is like. It's back and forth until the ash inside here ignites the cotton wool on the outside. So, a bit of a caveman style one. So roll it backwards and forwards. It's hard to do up to right, so I'm going to have to roll it down. So I can... And keep rolling until you see smoke. I have no idea whether this is going to work or not, or whether I've got enough time on here to make it work. But for everyone who's just joined us, hi Kelly. Hi. I think that's Kelly just come on. Oh, and Lisa's watching. So, hi Lisa, missing you. So we've got cotton wool and we've got the ash inside, and I'm just rubbing it backwards and forwards to try and create the friction to get it on fire. So you're gonna have to excuse me a minute while I give this a good old rub and see if I can get this to work, because I've only seen it somewhere elsewhere. So I'm just gonna keep rubbing until it starts smoking. Taking some out. I've set up a lovely brolly setup today, which I think you might be able to just see the little top corner of, so I can actually see the screens. Whoa, this is hard work. I have no idea whether I'm going to get this going or not. What time are we on? Oh, I've got 10 minutes to set a fire. But this is a way. It's a way I'd like to try. So sorry, Facebookers, if you can't really see what I'm doing. It's quite hard work and I can't hold it up on an angle while I'm doing it. I've dropped my phone about 8 times already, so have to go at listening today. Oh, nice. Oh, so someone's having a go at whistling today. So, in my one stick fire challenge that I've just done, which I'll upload later on, I'm a little bit behind schedule, like I was saying. I was doing some whistling with my knife to make some feather sticks and some fire shells. I don't think I'm going to have much luck with this. My little burrito has burst. I think I overstuffed it with ash from the fire. And now, is that small? Nope. Nope, not yet, but it's getting very hot. I keep rubbing it now. It'll work. Hi, Helen. Nice to see you. So, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying out a new firelighting method that I've never tried. So, style in a bit of cotton wool, and then you rub it between two things. Okay. I'm trying to keep it in shot as much as I can, but it's quite hard work. And it is getting very warm, but there's no... Not yet. But my arm muscles are about dying now. It's like a workout. We've just been looking at a few other fire methods that are quite handy for if you go camping, using pine cones and bits and pieces. What time are we on? Oh my goodness. Feels like I've been... I don't know if I'm going to get that to go. Oh, that was... There's a little bit of smoke there. Let's just keep that going for a bit longer. That's exciting. Oh, but it works. Oh. Right. This must be quite boring for you guys, but it's one that you can really have a go at home. Because these are just two bits of scrap wood that I've got. No, not yet. Cool. Right. I'm going to have to stop because I'm absolutely knackered. I'm getting quite sweaty. And I need to light a fire for later. So, I'll just go over some of the things that I was showing you. So, if you've only got matches to light your fire with, they're not enough really to light anything like kindling, like this sort of big. So you need to make something like a fire lighter. So I used a pine cone and a match, and I also used some leftover candle wax and smushed it in. And these are quite good if you've got a log burner as well, because they smell quite nice. And you just hold the match underneath and let the pine cone set fire, and then pop that in there. And the one that I set light has gone out now because I haven't added anything to it, but they're quite good. And you just keep adding a few of these, and it saves having lots and lots of like tinder, like sawdust or shavings or something like that. Jute twine is another one. So you just pull it apart, fluff up the ends, and it acts a bit like a fire lighter. And if you dip it in melted wax at that side, it ends up being a candle. And the most dangerous one that I've tried so far is the anti-bac hand gel. And that was the first one that I tried. And I'm going to show you again. I'm going to put my glove on because it was a lot more dangerous than I gave it credit for. So, I'm going to raise this up a bit. Can you see it now? I think maybe a bit more. Yeah, you can see that now. Okay. So, I just put a blob about 10p piece size on here of anti-bac gel. Now, if any of you are thinking of having a fire or joining me for a campfire, please don't use this on your hands. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash it off, because this one has got smelly stuff in it, and this one's 73% alcohol. And I'll show you why that's quite bad. So I'm going to put my matches. Here we go. So if you are camping, it's great because you've got an instant fire lighter there. Alcohol base. So you just once it up, broke my match. Let's try again. That is on fire. Now you can't see any flames at all, which is a bit scary. You can sort of see a bit of disturbance in the air. You can't see any flames. But just watch this. Can you see that? How quickly that set that on fire? That's not a great thing, is it? A flameless igniter. So can you imagine if you had that on your hands? How bad that would be for you. I did that before with my bare hands, and I regretted it straight away. But if you're going camping or something like that, it's quite good. You've got some jute twine, wrap it around a stick. You can set it on fire, something like this, and it acts like a match, a long-standing match. You just need to get it on fire. You can see that 5p piece of hand gel has lit quite a bit of kitchen roll there, and it's also lit my jute twine that I can now add onto the fire there, and that will help my fire just get going, ready for the campfire in 2 minutes time. So I'm going to end there, and then I'm going to come back ready for campfire. See you later.